everybody, and how are you on this nice Monday morning? So, for those of you who do not know us, I am Jude, and this is
Chris. Hello there.
And together we are Ready Steady Websites. We've done that for a while. So, today we decided we would come on and give people a chance to ask us anything. Now, obviously, this works better if we have people watching us live, which hopefully will happen. There we go. We've got people starting to watch us live. So, yes. So, we are doing an Ask Us Anything live today. So if you have any website or membership site related questions that you would like an answer to, if you've got any questions on online presence, if you just want to ask us anything just about us, let's have fun, you can ask us anything. So do just pop your questions in the comments. We did send this out to our email list today, so we have got a couple of questions that other people have said they'd like us to answer, but they couldn't join us live, and they will watch this back either on Facebook or Instagram or on our YouTube channel when we put it on there later. So if there are no questions coming in just yet, I will start with the questions that I've written down that people have asked.
Good idea.
And then we will move on from there.
Otherwise, we'd just be staring at the screen.
So I'm gonna go with the website one first. Okay. So one thing that we were asked was, at what point should I start worrying about my SEO? And they are just at the point of starting to build their website. Would you like me to?
At what point?
At what point?
I don't think you should worry about it at all, to be honest.
Nice.
So if you don't know what SEO is, it's search engine optimization, which basically means Google, because there's no other search engines that anyone talks about these days. Although there are, sorry, Bing and Yahoo, but
they're there, but people don't talk about them.
Google, it's a phrase now, so Google
yes.
it. The problem with SEO is, although it's obviously a good thing to have on your site and it's a good thing to look at into the future, you certainly shouldn't be worried about it now, or really at any stage of growing your website. The simplest bit of SEO advice that we normally offer to people, and we are not SEO experts, but it's things that we've picked up over the years, and also we do a lot of reading, so we do know things, is to actually just create your content and your website around your ideal client. Use the terminology that they understand, use the language that they understand, write everything in your voice in a way that's going to appeal to them as if you're talking to an individual person, and create content that's useful and the kind of things that they would be searching for in Google would be the kinds of things that you should be writing about. So in theory, they should find you naturally on Google anyway, because they'll be searching for the terms that you use. Obviously, it doesn't work for everything, because there's lots of terms for lots of kind of high-profile businesses and things that get very expensive when it comes to AdWords and things. But on the whole, don't worry about SEO at the beginning. Concentrate on getting your website right, getting it looking right, getting it functioning right, and making sure it's designed for that ideal customer. And then you can start looking at layering in SEO on top of that.
Yeah, and once you've got your website out there, and I say this a lot, if you're writing regular new content in the form of like blog posts, then you can be writing posts that have got titles that are the types of things that people are searching for. So it's just something that can build up naturally over time. But yeah, if you're not even at the point where you've built your website yet, don't worry about SEO. But like Chris said, when you're writing your content, write it naturally, write it talking about the things that people are going to be searching for, and that is going to help anyway.
But our top recommendation for a platform that is very good with SEO would be WordPress. It is the most configurable platform. It powers, I don't know, like 45% of the internet these days. And the reason that we love WordPress so much is because it's very easy to make sure you get good SEO, both technically and also ability to change keywords, change copy on the page, change HTML structure, all that kind of stuff, add schemas and all that kind of stuff that doesn't naturally come with some of the bigger kind of software as a service solutions. And also because things are always changing with Google and other search engines, and the algorithms are changing and they're getting smarter over time. The way that WordPress is created is it can move quickly with those changes, whereas some of the big platforms, they will take maybe a year, maybe 2 years to sort of update their coding so that it matches those standards, and by then obviously they've changed again. So yeah, the WordPress is our recommendation if you are seriously considering kind of leveling up your SEO.
Yeah, which is a
site.
good tip if that person who asked the question, they don't actually know which platform they're going to use yet. So yeah, cool. And for those who have just joined us live, we're doing an Ask Us Anything. So if you have a question, please do pop it in the comments and we will answer. But we do have a couple more questions that have been sent in to us, so we will carry on and answer those ones for people who have said they'll watch back later. And then we can answer any that are in the comments. So another person has said, do you know what, I'm going to go for this one because it leads on a little bit from what you've just said. Somebody has said, do I need one of those all-in-one systems that do everything like Kartra and Kajabi?
No.
There we go. Moving on. No.
I think all-in-one systems definitely have a place. So if you don't know what an all-in-one system is, it basically does your website, your membership site, your courses, your funnels, your upsells, your downsells, your email system. So the idea is that all of your eggs are in one basket essentially, which is great from a kind of management perspective because you've kind of got an overall view in that platform, but it's not particularly great for a number of reasons, both from a business protection point of view, but also in terms of the functionality that you get with these all-in-one systems. So really these kind of all-in-one systems, if you're like a funnel creator, if you're pushing out ads or you're very focused on capturing people into a funnel, like a lead magnet sign up, and then you're selling on to like a, whatever you want to call them, like a tripwire
project
or like a low cost product, and then you're pushing them into a course, and then you're putting a membership on the back end, and you wanted to have the communication as part of that and emails going out from the same system. They work really well. Where they fall down on is they're kind of like the jack of all trades and master of none. So whereas like a dedicated email system like ConvertKit or ActiveCampaign, they'll have everything you could possibly think of in terms of kind of email function, cross email client compatibility, works on responsive, all that kind of stuff, good deliverability rates and all those kind of things as well. Whereas some of the all-in-one platforms, they don't have that yet. It's not necessarily a fully rounded product because obviously they've got a number of things that they need to be focusing on, and email is just one of them. And the same with, especially when it comes to kind of website building, which is more kind of where we sit. So we like WordPress, obviously, as you know. Say websites is built on top of WordPress. We use a really good, robust page builder. It's got lots of functionality in it. You can plug stuff in. You can do loads of different layouts. And it's often the page builders in these all-in-one systems that are very limited. You'll find that you will assume that you can do one thing, but you can't. For a while, Kajabi, you couldn't even have drop-down menus on there, but they've added that now. So it's very, it's very difficult to have a very good all-in-one system because they do have to work across lots of different things. So you'll find that, we saw that there's a bit of a kind of trend at the moment that people white labeling an all-in-one system. So you'll probably see more all-in-ones popping up saying, oh, we've got this thing and it does this. And actually you realise that it's the same as something else you saw last week and the same as something else you saw the week before. That's because there's some systems that you can white label at the moment. So people are white labeling them and selling them off as their own kind of all-in-one. Which is great, but again, if you look at the functionality and you look at the amount of stuff that's not in there that you'd expect to be in there, it's kind of worrying. So if you are looking at all-in-one systems, what we'd recommend is don't discount them based on what I've said, but actually look at what you want to provide on your website now, look at where you're going into the future and make sure that they're ticking all those boxes, and don't just assume, like some of them don't have affiliate systems. Some of them, once you've published a blog article, you can't change the URL of it anymore. Some of them don't allow you to put alt text on images, all of which are bad for things like SEO. So just be careful, make sure you are, if you've got an SEO strategy and your site needs to be really SEO optimized, an all-in-one system is probably not the best idea.
And we've said this so many times before, but we also have an issue with people having their emails being hosted in the same place as their website, because if your website goes down, it happens. It does happen sometimes, and you can go and apologise in your emails to your followers saying, really sorry, my website's down, we're getting it sorted. But if your emails have gone down as well, you can't do that. So it's just worth thinking about if that's important to you. So we've got Nicole saying hello.
Say one last thing about all-in-ones. Hi, Nicole. Is that do you actually need all the things that it's providing, and will you need them in the future? Because there's a lot of stuff in there. There's going to be a lot of things that you have to learn.
That you're paying for.
That you're paying for, and you're paying for the development for, and you might not actually need them, even though it sounds cool. Do you actually need them? And we always advocate starting off simply, getting things right, and then moving on from there.
Okay, so Annie's asking a question. I'm going to go to Annie's question because it's also a membership site. It's like the one I've got written down here. So we may cover both things in one, and that's great. So Annie is saying, I email out a tutorial to my Reels membership every week, but I could load it into a membership site instead. Which do you think is better?
Both.
So yes, that is absolutely the answer. Both is better. So by putting it onto a membership site, it means that it is there for new members who come along later on. So you can build up this nice archive of all these different tutorials that as people join, they can go back and have a look at and dip into and watch the ones that they think are going to be most relevant for them. But it is also a very good idea every time you've put a new tutorial onto your membership site to send an email out to your members letting them know it's there, because we all get busy and we might forget that it's Monday and it's new tutorial day, or it's the first Wednesday of the month, or whenever you put your tutorials out there. And so it is a really good idea to email your members, let them know there's a new tutorial, give them a couple of headline bullet points of what it's going to include and why it's a great idea for them to go and watch it. But definitely have it on a membership site as well, so that other people can come watch it. It's also good for you as well, because then they're all in one place. It's nice and easy to go and sign people. If you have a conversation with one of your members and they haven't watched tutorial, you can signpost your member back to that tutorial, sending them to the membership site to do that, rather than you going, oh, okay, which week was it? Let me go and find the email, or just going and finding it and having to send an email out again. Being able to just have a conversation and go, just pop into the membership site and check out the tutorial called this, then it's nice and easy for them to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I 100% agree.
There we go. Hopefully that has helped, Annie. But yeah, we obviously like membership sites because we create them as well. But yeah, so that's what we do with our own memberships. If we've got new tutorials going out, or a recording of one of our Zoom calls goes on there, we pop it on the membership site, but we also let our members know that it's there for them to watch. So I hope that's helped. So it's not quite the same.
Total sense. That makes total sense.
Makes total sense. Excellent. Good. Anyone else who's joined us live, if you've got any questions, do ask them, and I'm going to read out our last one that we had pre-sent in to us, which was, where should I start if I want to create a membership and a membership site? So I would say the first thing you need to do is make sure that your followers or your clients or whoever you are aiming this membership at actually want it. Now, this is something that we have fallen down ourselves in the past in our business. There may be things that that your followers or your clients or your audience need. You may have identified a need, but that's not enough. If they don't actually want it, then they're not going to buy into it. Even if you know it's the most useful thing for them and it's going to really help them, unless they actually want it, they won't buy it. So first of all, you need to establish that there is a want for the membership that you want to create. Or you can even think, I'm going to create a membership, not sure what it's going to include yet, and go and ask people what they would want, and you can shape your membership around that. Then you need to build up some kind of audience and excitement around it. So once you've got your idea and you're telling people it's going to happen, we really recommend that you build a list of people who are interested specifically in that membership. Should be building a general email list anyway, but then get a segment of people that are really interested in the membership onto a different list and start talking to them, nurturing them, and then when you can see that it really is a goer, then start creating it.
Yeah, when it comes to start creating your membership site, you don't have to have the fully fleshed out thing, all singing, all dancing. If you're still not sure, even though you've got a list and people are saying that I really want to buy this, you actually need to make sure that people actually are going to want to spend money on this membership idea. So you can do a kind of pre-sale, depending on the membership, or like a founder's launch or something, where the content is more minimal, but with the kind of idea that it's minimal and the cost is a bit cheaper, because you want to kind of shape the membership or the course or whatever it is, or the program with them on this first occasion, so they can get in cheap, and also you can find out how many people are actually willing to pay for it. Because a lot of people we found over our many years in doing this kind of stuff
sounds old,
is that people will say yes and they'll blow smoke up the proverbial, and then when it actually comes to spending money, they suddenly disappear, which is fine. That's completely people's prerogative to change their mind and things, but you don't want to spend hours or days and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds building something and no one ever coming to it, because then automatically you're on the wrong setting to start off this new exciting business, because you've spent out a load of money and no one's actually, signing up for it. Yeah. So, we always advise starting off simple. If possible, we advise using the final bit of kit that you want to end up using. For like example, taking WordPress as an example, if you're using MemberPress as the membership plugin, get MemberPress on the site, get it up and running, get the payment gateways all connected, but then just have a simple page that they sign up to, and then they see one page, and then you're launching in like a month or something. Yeah. Just so you're using that final mechanism, so there's no pain related to kind of switching over and offering the fully fledged thing, because you don't want to start collecting like PayPal me links and checks through the post and cash in your hand on the school run. You want to have it all in one place, all centralised at the beginning, because then it's just easier to scale and it's just much less pain involved.
It is a hassle transferring over paying members from one system to another. So like Chris said, choose your membership platform that is going to be right for you. Just like he said with the websites, think about what your membership site is going to need to do now. Think about how you're thinking about growing it for the future, and if there are any additional functionality things it's going to need to do in the future, and pick the platform that will do all of those things so that it is going to last the length of your membership, which could be forever, because you don't want to be switching. And we personally like MemberPress on WordPress because it is a very nice simple platform that we think really works. It can be added to nicely, and so that is our preference. But do go and write your membership site shopping list, go and do your research comparing your needs and your wants for your membership site to the functionality that's out there. Quite a few platforms you can either look at a demo of, or you can actually do a free trial, and definitely do that because you want to make the choice and make it right.
Yeah, so I don't think we've got any more questions, but kind of to follow on from that kind of idea of kind of getting people onto lists and getting people signed up on the kind of minimum sort of product sales thing. We're running a workshop tomorrow, and actually the same time as it is now. So 1 p.m. tomorrow, BST UK time. We're running a sales and landing pages that convert free workshop. So you can sign up for that, and then we'll be live. We'll run through the workshop. We've got lots of lovely live examples to show you as well, so you can actually, properly get it in context and properly see it working for you. And then there'll be a little kind of Q&A bit at the end if you've still got questions as well. So if you're looking at kind of building a simple sign-up page, or a more detailed sign-up page, or some kind of sales page, we'll be giving all of our tips over tomorrow on pages that we've actually designed, developed, and seen really good results on as well. Not just things that we think pretty. We've actually got some good conversion rates on some of the pages that we've got to show you as well. Yes. So yes, please come along to the workshop. You can sign up on our website. If you just go to radiosavingwebsites.com, you'll see a little bit in the corner that says Save Your Place. So yeah, click on that, and we'll pop a link in on Facebook, and it's in our bio on Instagram. So check those out if you can. But yeah, I don't think we've got any more questions. I can't see any more coming through.
Doesn't look like we've got any more coming through. Thank you to those of you who have joined us live today. Thank you, Annie, for your question. It's always helpful when we're doing Ask Us Anything if people ask us something. So we really appreciate that. And we will be not here next week. I almost said we'll be back the same time next week, and then I went, it's half term. So we're not going to be back at the same time next week. We are having a week off from lives next week. But we will be back. That's okay, Nicole. We will be back the week after on Monday for a live. We will have a small person lurking around because he's got an inset day, but we're going to go for it. We're not going to have 2 weeks off. So we will see you in 2 weeks' time, unless you come and join us on our workshop tomorrow, in which case we would love to see you you there. Thank you, Nicole. She's saying enjoy our week off.
And if you have any questions, feel free to comment on the videos and we will answer them in text form.
Absolutely. So thank you very much. Have a good rest of your Monday. Have a lovely week and we will see you soon. Take care.
Cheers,
bye.